Oh, thank you.
Many of us could probably recite pre-flight safety instructions.
Seatbelt? Check.
Emergency exits? Check.
And then there comes the oxygen masks.
If traveling with a small child or someone who needs assistance, please place your mask on first, then assist the other.
This always made me wonder, why am I putting my mask on first? Does that make me selfish? Do I not really like my own children? Is there someone needing assistance and I miss them?
No, because if you do it, you'll be dead. Then they'll be dead, and we'll all be dead.
Unfortunately, this is exactly what is happening in our classrooms today, even though that's slightly morbid.
Slightly. We need that moment of calm, that lifeline in the midst of chaos, whether it be, I don't know, pilot seat flying out the window or a desk being hurled across the classroom. We need that breath of fresh air that is technology and education.
Most teachers would agree that technology is an important part of the classroom, but isn't it difficult to always know how to implement it in a meaningful way?
It absolutely is. So teachers do the best they can, but it's not impactful. So then sooner or later, they begin to resent the technology. Then they begin to resent the student who can use the technology better than the teacher.
In October of 2016, Generation Z and those who educate them were surveyed.
They found something interesting. The educators said that technology, which they've heard enough of, basically got in the way of creativity, and it is creativity that's important to students' futures.
Additionally, they said that technology is vital to future career preparation.
That doesn't make any sense. So technology, creativity, both vital, but one is killing the other?
Have we ever stopped to think that technology embodies creativity?
We must find a way to fix that disconnect between technology and creativity in the classroom. The best part is you don't have to be an expert. You just have to be willing to try something new.
Hence why you see the two of us here today. To give you some background, we teach at two entirely different schools across the district. And we had to use our technology in innovative ways to create one cohesive classroom. We had to think outside of the box to make sure that our students were interacting and communicating and collaborating in a meaningful way. Now, our students' imagination and their creativity has taken over, and we are excitedly learning from them.
Because an excited teacher is an excited student. There's no doubt that technology has its inherent engagement, so use that. So an engaged student is an engaged teacher.
And as our students become more creative, we become more creative. Hence, it becomes some type of really sick competition.
Did you like that lesson? Did you? Did you? I bet you did. Wait till the next one when I blow all our socks off.
20 hours later, you have the next 20-minute lesson that took every bit of teacher creativity and knowledge, along with some blood, sweat, and tears along the way.
Blood, really? And regardless, the addiction to create these lessons, the students then gravitate toward us, and then they gravitate toward the technology.
Often when using technology, you will receive that complicated and, let's be honest, often dreaded question of what happens when I do X, Y, and Z.
Oftentimes, we really have no idea. But we're willing to let them try, and we will use their findings for our teaching and their learning.
And when you give them the opportunity to either fail or be successful, you give them the ability to push past their personal boundaries. Technology allows them to uncover their innate creativity.
Because using technology and creativity in this way, it does release the power of the person, who they are and what they can accomplish. The important part is the teacher needs to relinquish full control of their students' creativity. They will find themselves in a very unexpected place.
Consider Michaela. In the midst of a research project, light bulbs erupted. Mr. Lamb, Mr. Lamb, Mr. Lamb!
What?
I want to send a college application. But they will never listen to me because I'm only in 4th grade and they receive thousands of letters every day. So I want to create a TouchCast video so that they can click on each picture I put up on the screen.
So I did the only thing I could do. I unleashed her. And she created the model for the other students to follow.
And then these 4th graders, these 10-year-old students, received responses from the admission offices of not only local universities, but national universities.
Thank you so much for sharing this video. It was a refreshing and inspiring reminder as to why we focus on making UNM the best place for our future logos, University of New Mexico.
We're happy your student has chosen our school as a future possibility and look forward to procuring a student such as she, Princeton.
It is clear that she has passion and drive, two essential characteristics for young artists. Juilliard.
Not only do I now have 3 students who are going to graduate from high school, but they have now given themselves a creative advantage for their future college pursuits at 4th grade.
This imaginative use of technology allowed them to do something they could have never done before.
So, reality. Teachers do have access to many different technological programs. They just haven't had the opportunity, or maybe the drive, to use them. But we do want to highlight one. It's called Nearpod. During the break, you were given a code and a website to go and try this particular application. Let's see what you've got.
That is, if all of the stars have aligned and all of the technology has decided to work. And if not, that's another day in educational technology. And then we will use every bit of teacher improv to make it to the end of this talk.
It's a duck. It's a moose. It's a cow.
Now let's explore the ever-elusive adaptations of the cow.
Wait, oh, look, it worked. We don't have to do it.
Thank goodness.
Okay. So we can look at our most recent session, and here's hoping that many of you were able to get in. And I'm doing that with my mind.
So when we look at the open-ended portion of it, we can see that first question that we asked you.
I can't read it. I don't have my glasses.
So if we scroll down about what you think about educational technology, you see we have kids on computers, keeping the classroom at the cutting edge of teaching. And if we go further down a little bit, you can see one of my favorite ones, which may not be visible here, but it was Oregon Trail, my favorite game when I was younger. Now let's explore that second question that we posed. And if we go to draw it, we can see what this TEDx education event meant to you as our audience. Or at least the 2 of you, so thank you, Mom and Dad, who answered the question. So if we look at that first one with Beth, and we go ahead and click on that picture, you can see that Beth saw possibility. And isn't this what TED is about?
The idea that we can receive all this information from all of you just seconds ago or minutes ago, the application is crucial in a classroom, and it can't be done on a worksheet.
We need to stop finding reasons not to use technology and design radical and imaginative ways for not only our students to use it, but for ourselves as well.
To do this, we recommend not only Nearpod, but applications such as TouchCast, which is the interactive or smart video, Zoom for teleconferencing, which we use to talk together with our classrooms, any of the collaborative documents like iCloud Docs or Google Docs, and then, of course, Adobe Spark, which built that montage of student voices. In the end, we ask you, we challenge you to put on your own oxygen mask and watch your students breathe deeply.